Hello guys, myself Faraz Ahmed and today I tell you something about the Pojo classes, the plain old Java object. Though first of all, its full form is plain old Java object. Okay. So what is Pojo? What is Pojo? Simply it's a normal Java class. It does not contain any business implementation. It is specified for object creation and called with object. So, in this Pojo classes, there are certain sets of rules which follow this class. So, I tell you the rules. First rule, the class must be public. Okay, the first rule is class must be public. Okay, second, I tell you brief about all these points. Okay, in the practical session. Variable must be private. Second one is variable must be private. Okay. The third point is must having public default constructor. Okay. Third point is must having public default constructor. Okay. Constructor. Yeah. The fourth point is can have args constructor. Okay. Fourth point is can have args constructor. And the last point is every property should have public getter and setter method. Every property field or variable have public getter and setter method. Yeah. Okay. Now I tell you what are the advantages of Pojo classes. So advantages of Pojo classes. First, Pojo are used for increasing the readability and reusability of a program. It increase the readability and reusability of a program. Okay. Second one, Pojo have gained most Pojo have gained most acceptance because they are easy to write and understand. Means easy to write and understand. Okay. In these two, there are few things is there. The getter and setter method. To what are these? What are the getter and setter method? In Java, getter and setter methods are two conventional methods that are used for retrieving and updating value of a variable. So, a setter method that update value of a variable and getter method that read a value of a variable. The getter method is also known as assessor and the setter method is also known as a mutator. Okay, so getter means getter means it's a assessor. Okay, and setter means it also a mutator. Okay, so the getter method that update a value of a variable, it's a update a value of a variable. And the mutator means it read value of a variable, it read value of a variable. Okay, of a, yeah. So you note down all these point. Okay, now I tell the practically of these Pojo classes and the set of rules. Open my clips and create one folder. Go to Java programs, click next. Here create a test. Okay, next, finish. No. After that, the src, create one class of student. Okay, and finish. Now my first point is the rules. According to rules, class must be public. Okay, so here you show the class must be public. And the second point is variable must be private. Now here I have taken three variables: name, id and age. So private, I tell you, the field, the property, the member are always private. Okay, private string name. Okay, after that private string, give some space here. Okay, private int id. To that private int age. Okay, now my third point is must having public default constructor. It is mandatory. Okay, now I have defined the default constructor. Right click, go to source, and after that generate constructor from superclass generate. Okay, remove this. Right here it's the default constructor. Now my fourth point is can have args argument. Okay, now we have defined the fields in this. Okay, can have args. Right click, source, generate constructor using fields. Okay, select all three members and generate. Okay, remove this superclass because this is not in used. Okay, after that now I'm enlarge the screen first of all. Okay, now every property field variables have public getter and setter method. Now we have defined the getter and setter method. Okay, right click, source, generate getter and setter, select all these three, select here all and generate it. Yes, so right here these all are getter and setter. Yeah, okay, now I'm defining one method here. It's a public void msg message. Okay, define here, give curly braces. Okay, and print something here like s. Okay, print here. Okay, I remove this. Yeah. Okay, I printed her name, ID, and age here, and save here. After that, I create one more classes where its name is test1. Take the public static void main, and is generated. Okay, now after that I have creating the object of the student class. The student s1 is equal to new student here. So as we see, it is an empty constructor. Okay, empty constructor. I have not defined any fields here. Means it followed this one, the default constructor. Okay, now I write here system static out print. Okay, after that s1 dot s1 dot here. Okay, first of all I have write the name here, write that, like to set the names. Like if I printed here the get name, then what happened? See, then what happened, what it prints. Okay, it prints null here. Why null here? Because it followed the default constructor. If you have not initialized any value, then default constructor then the gives the its local value, like a string gives a null and the integer gives a zero value. Okay, the compiler gives its the default value of that. Okay, now if I write here it for us. Okay, second one is my id. Okay, my id is 218. Okay, after that my age is 26. Okay, this one. After that, printing here, the printing form you have write, not you write printing here, it's not a matter because I have defined in the method. See, in the message I have defined the name id. Yeah, so you have called this message one. Okay, so my difference is s1 dot here ms. Yes, this one. Okay, now let's see what it prints. Okay, right click, run as Java application. Oh, it's print my name, age, and ID. My name, age, and ID. It is printed. So it is parameterized constructor. I have defining the value because in parameterized constructor you have see I have initialized the values of a string, ID, and name. From this is initialized value for us. This is it is a parameterized value. So we have get now if I have removed this. This is my default constructor. Okay, this is my default constructor. Then it's for print. See, it is null 00. Why? Null 00. Why? Because it's give a local value of these thing. The string integer it gives a local value. So the string is null, ID 0 and age 0. Okay, that's why it is printing these two things. Okay. So that's all from my side. I have give all my best to understand you what is Pojo classes, what does it mean, and how we can implement in my companies, in my interview, how to crack it. Open the Eclipse. This is my server, Tomcat server, and create one Java project. Go to new, go to here, others, right here, Java project, check it. Now this project name is test, test, and go to finish. No. After that, go to here src, generate one Pojo class here. Its name is student one, and finish it. So my first rule is the class must be public. Okay, the student class is public. My first rule is this. My second rule is variable field must be private. Okay, my all the fields, all the members are private. So I have taken three fields here: name, id, and age. Okay, my first field is private, string is data type, and name. My second field is its id. My third field is age. Okay, now after that, my third point is we must having public default constructor, means it is mandatory. It is mandatory for your classes to generate one default constructor. Right click here, go to source, and here generate constructor from superclass and generate it. Remove this superclass here from this and this to class. Yeah. After that, my fourth point is we can have args constructor, means it is parameterized constructor we have want. Okay, now after that, here right click, go to source. After that, generate constructor using fields. Select all the three variables here from here. After that, generate it. Remove the super class. Now this is one my default constructor, and this is one my args constructor. Okay, now my fourth point, sorry, my last point, every property should have getter and setter method. This all three property I have chosen, name, id, and age, declare it as a getter and setter. Right click here, go to source. After that, go to getters and setter, generate the shortcut. Okay, select all the fields are selected, generate it at the topmost. Right, this is getter and setter method. Okay, after that I have to create one main class where we have to create the student object, and from that we had to get the value and set the value. So here you have see, this is here I am setting the value, and here I am getting the value. Okay, so go to src, the main class, this one right here, main, click this public static void main. This is a main function here. Yeah, after that remove this to the class. Now my Pojo class name is student class, student one class. So create object of here student class. This is my reference, new, and here my object is created right here. Now the main thing is here we have to first set the value. So s1 is my reference class, reference of my class, s1 dot here dot control plus shift, then you get all these message here. So from there you have choose first the name, set name here. Okay, my name is Faraz. Here I am typing here. After that, my ID. Control Shift. Then we have get my ID. Yeah, yeah. My ID is 218. My third one is age. S1 dot set age. My age is 26. Okay. For more readability, we put a space here. It's more readable now. Now, this is my setting the fields. After that, I'm getting the values. How I'm getting the values? Right here, right here. Okay. So here I am writing student 1, and here plus s1 dot get name. S1 dot get name. I'm getting the values. Here I'm setting the name. Now here I'm getting the values. Now run it. What happened next? Run as Java application. What's happening here? I print my name. Okay, here I print my name. Phrase. Okay, you put here. Run as Java application. Yeah, it's fine. Student one name is Faraz. Now I'm getting my ID. How getting my ID? Student ID. Student ID. Okay. So we're going that my reference s1 dot control shift, and here what happening next? See, run as Java application. My ID is printed 218, my name and my ID is printed. Now it's turned to my age. Same it is. Okay. Student age. Okay. Age. Sorry, here difference s1 dot get age. Okay, get one age. Run it. And I get the name, ID and age. I'm getting this because I'm setting the values with the help of parameterized constructor. This one is my parameterized constructor. I am defining here my fields like string name, int ID and int age, and here I'm setting the values and getting the values. What happened when we have declaring the default constructor? What happening? Then I remove all these things here. I remove the setting the value here. Okay, setting the value I am removing here. So what happening? I'm not defining any values. I'm not defining any fields. What happening? See, null 00. My name is null. My ID is 0 and my age is 0. What is the process? The process is this: the compiler gives the default values of the field. The compiler gives the default value of a string and integer. What is the default value of a string? The default value of a string is null. Default value of integer is 0. That's why it is printing here. So I tell you both ways how we choose the Pojo classes on the basis of the parameterized constructor and the default constructor. So guys,